Hi, I just want to kind of walk everybody through the course, give a little bit of a preview. So I'm going to share my screen. Let me just pull that up. There we go. All right, so if you come to the first page, Lincoln Land's website, if you click here, you should have already know this, but if you click My LLCC, and you go down to Blackboard and the quick links over here, you'll come to a list of your courses. Now I have a very long list of courses because I've been teaching a long time. I teach multiple courses, and so all of them show up here even after the semester's over, even though they're no longer accessible to students. But if you click on this course, which is Intro to Philosophy, and it should be visible in your course guide, you'll come in here, and the first thing you'll come in is you come in under announcements, which is this up here. If right now it has a welcome to Logic message that I sent out the first day, that will be there, and any new announcements I send will end up here. I'll try to send 1 to 2 announcements per week. I'm not, some weeks I'll send more, some weeks I'll send less, but I try not to send more than a couple, but I also try to send at least 1 and possibly 2 per week. So those will be there. Some of them will be timed, that kind of thing. Now, the first thing you'll notice is this Getting Started section. And getting started, the first thing is just welcome to Logic. That's a repeat of that initial message. Nothing really special there, just kind of make sure you see that. If you click there, you'll see a series of introductory videos. That's where you should be right now, because it's the how to navigate the course will be there. Now this is the old video, I'm remaking it, so that'll be over there. But it'll have an introduction of myself. I also remade that one, and how to be successful in philosophy online courses. Watch those videos, that's a good first step. Then click the syllabus, read through it, but I would also highly recommend you click this link up here for a printable version of the file, and you go ahead and print that off. It is in Word. If you don't have Word on your computer, the college does offer free Word licenses for students. It's part of your tuition somewhere along the line. If you go into your email, there should be an Office 365 link, and you should be able to get the Word, and you can be able to view that via logging in with your, just like you would to email or to Blackboard or anything else. You should be able to log in and access the Office suite, a limited version of it, and so, or at least it has Word, which is real, and Excel, so I think that's about all you probably need, in PowerPoint. I don't know if it has everything, but it has those. And so that will get you, and you should be able to print it if you don't have a copy of that. If you come in on down, there's MindTap and information about that. There's a little link about how to access it. You can click that and watch that video. I'll come back to this in just a second. There's computer requirements, which just has information about privacy policies, accessibility issues, things like that. And then you come here and it says, it gives my information, all that, and tells you what to do, how to kind of proceed with the course after having done through the getting started. After the first week, you probably won't pay too much attention to this getting started section. You'll come down here to course content. Let me come back to this MindTap. So this course has an ebook. It actually has a series of, it has a testing center where you can take quizzes and do practice problems and read the book. Now for an extra, I think it's $20, you can buy a copy, a loose leaf copy of the textbook. I highly recommend that. It's nice to have a physical copy of it, but that's not required. But the textbook itself is available through this. What you're going to do is, if you whenever you come in the course, if you click on this link, don't go to MindTap directly to buy it. Click this link, and it will take you to MindTap. When you get there, it will ask you if you want to buy it or if you have an access code. If you've already bought the access code, which I recommend through the bookstore, because you can use your financial aid, there's also somebody in person who can help you if there's any problems. If you go there, you buy that, then you will enter that code. And once that's done, every time you click any link to MindTap in the course, you will automatically be connected with this course through your Blackboard account. You don't have to enter a password. You don't have to do anything. This is mine. It has my grade book and everything. And so I highly recommend do it. Do that as early as possible. The first 2 weeks of this course, you do get free access to it. You don't have to enter your code until the first 2 weeks are up. So if you want to go ahead and just kind of explore that, go right ahead. They do give you 2 weeks of free access. You don't have to register yourself at first. The first week you won't actually need to have MindTap, but the second week you will, and from then on you will. It will be very necessary. There's a lot of material we cover that way. All right, so let's go back to this. So the most important link in here is probably going to be course modules. I'm going to save that, even though it's probably the most important, till the end, just because there's a lot to explore down there. If you want, there's discussion boards. Every module has, the first module has 1 discussion board, but all the other modules are 4 or 5 weeks long, and they have 2 discussion boards. If you want to see all the discussion boards right now, you can click there. If you're just looking for it, you can click there. And so that's a nice link, but it's not all those discussion boards are within the modules. If you come down here to course resources, if you click here for your grade, it will show all the assignments and what grades you got. And so that's something you should probably check regularly. Is in, a couple of times a week or every time you're online, I would just glance at it, make sure there's not any errors or anything. There's my contact information. There's a little picture of me here. And there's my title, office, things like that. Now, because of COVID-19, at least in the fall, and I assume it'll be the same in the spring if I don't remake this video, that the office will probably be virtual, which means all you have to do is just send me an email, give me a call. We can set up a meet to talk via Zoom, whatever. But I probably won't be actually physically in my office, at least not until the COVID situation is resolved. So, or, everybody feels safe just because they're telling us not to come to campus if we don't have to. They actually don't want us there. So it has my office hours for the fall. It's 10 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. On Monday and Tuesday. I am homeschooling my kids, at least to begin with, on Wednesday through Friday. They're going to an aunt on Monday and Tuesday of my ex-wife's aunt. And so that allows me to do a lot of work those days, and then I'll work on the weekends a lot. So that's just a little bit about that. If you need a tutor, this information is old. I'll need to update this once the semester begins, but the college did in the past have tutors available. If you went to student services at the Center for Academic Success, they did have them. This is last year's information about office hours and things, and when I'm available. So I need to fix that, but I will add that, and I'll send a note when I find out what that is. The calendar should have all the assignments that are due in this class, and you can also add them for other courses once you have those other courses available. So that's another thing, kind of to use. And then there's links to the library, support, academic success, tutoring services, tools, etc. So let's go back here to course modules. This is kind of the most important part. In here, there are 4 modules and the final exam. If you click on the first module, what you'll find is you'll find a little video. I'll talk about, what's in the course, what to expect that week. And then below that, there'll be a checklist. It'll give you what you're expected to learn, what's going to happen in that module, and then a checklist down here. There is a printable link here. If you want to hit that and print it, I would highly recommend that. That allows you to actually physically cross things off as you do them. And I would kind of encourage you to do that. Another way to kind of keep track of when you watch a video, you can click this little arrow in the corner and it will make it smaller. That's another thing to do. It makes it a little easier to scroll down, and also it'll show, hey, I did that, etc. There's always a discussion board. This one will have a lesson on what is philosophy, and then there'll be an exam. Now, with all of the exams, they are timed, and once you start them, the timer starts. You can't stop and say, oh, I'm busy. I didn't think it. I don't think I'm ready. I'll just stop and the time will stop. No. Once the time started, the time starts. That's from the moment you click start. It's 45 clock minutes, not minutes open. And after those minutes are up, if you open it at 2 o'clock, at 2:45 it closes. Or if it says 3 hours at 2 o'clock, at 5 o'clock it closes. It submits, and your grade is your grade. So make sure when you're ready to take it, you're ready and you're in a secure location with a good connection. Obviously things happen and that doesn't always work, but at least initially, try to do that. And if you have an error once or twice with an exam, I will work with you. But I mean, you know, you should be prepared for that. So that's the first module. Let me just come here to one of the other modules. If you come here to like in module 2, again, I have a video. This module is 5 weeks long. So I have a list of goals. Every week has a goal. The first goal in the second module will be September 8th. It's a Tuesday. You have an extra day for Labor Day. Everything else will be due at midnight or 11:59 p.m. on Monday. So at the end of the day of Monday, right before it becomes Tuesday, you need to have everything in. And I'll have a list of things, and there'll be watch a video, complete this assignment, read this, etc. Now, a few times in here, you'll have a discussion board, and I'll say, you know, after week 2, I want you to have your first post made. And so you need to make sure to have that first post, and that's just to allow other people a chance to comment. Then you'll come down a little bit farther, and maybe at the end of week 3 or week 4, there's another video, another post to make, and that kind of thing happens. Those are just to go along. Now, the exam's always the bottom, and there's always a little video each week before it starts. Now, there's a lot of this. If you look at this, it's pretty daunting because that's a long list of stuff to do. But if you print this list off, you can put big X's through, you know, X off the stuff as you do it, cross it off as you do it, and that makes it a little bit, you know, you can kind of keep track of what you're doing. The other thing you can do is you print that, but the other thing to do is keep in mind that every time you see a video of me, this video here is just a general video introduction, but as you go along with each goal and everything, you will realize that there is each time you have a video is a new week or a new goal. And so every time you see a video, you're in a new week. So you can always scroll down video by video, or kind of like bookmarks or sort of things that catch your, headlines or things that'll catch your attention as to where the next thing starts. All right, I think that's all we have. I don't think I have much else. I wish you luck. One of the things I always encourage people is if you have questions, email me, text me, call me. You know, the only way I know you're having problems is if you contact me. And, you know, I think that logic can be a difficult course at times. And so make sure to contact me or reach out if you have any questions or comments.